I'm kicking off Rivals Day by coming to Earth and live streaming the celebration. by coming to Earth and live streaming the celebration.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Hello,
Hello. Sorry about that.
What's up? Are we going, Baku? Are we doing
We
this?
are doing this. We are doing this.
We are live and set. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Conquest Annihilation, an official NetEase event where we are checking out the new mode that is coming out in Marvel Rivals. It is an 18 versus 18 mode, which is pretty darn exciting. Just for like context, normally it's 6v6, so you have 12 people in a game, and by itself that could be a little chaotic, but we decided to add a little bit more chaos with 18 people faced off against another 18, so 36 in total will be on our screen at once, which is pretty bonkers, and we have a cool amount of fun things happening for you. We have a room A and a room B happening, and then we'll have a final room matchup, and all of it will accumulate to a massive prize pool of 8,000 units for first place, second 5,000 units, and third place will have 3,000 units. So we are going to have fun, and some people are getting some cool currency to use in game. Now, with that all being said, we have some fantastic people who are running this. We have Baku. Baku, you want to say hi? You already introduced yourself, but you want to hop in here and say some things before we get going?
Yeah, I am here as the host, and I didn't want to leave Trixler alone, so I was like,
Thank
you know
you.
what? I'll be the parrot or on your shoulder. I'm not a trained caster or anything, but I watch enough of you and Macy and Lot and everyone else. Maybe I can pick up something, you know?
You're gonna kill it. It'll be fine. Here's the rule to casting anything. Just act confident. Even if you say it wrong, just be like, the sky is green. And that's how it is, guys. And you just continue forward with it. And then, of course, we have our amazing observer, Azu. I don't know if Azu can speak to us. Can't she, Baku? Is that a thing?
Yeah, Azu can be heard. Azu, can you speak up?
Azu?
Wait,
Hey.
your video ninja is not working. What happened?
Oh, no.
Oh,
We
rip.
lost Azu.
We lost Azu.
That's okay. Azu will be there, so although we may not hear her voice, we will have her eyeballs, which will be the vision into the game for us, and she'll be helping us, bring this to you guys at home. And then, of course, we have Nick in the other channel as well. He's actually not in here to talk and say hello, but he's also running the other room while we set up for the finals. So we do have a lot of fantastic players that will be here playing it out. For the first round, we're going to be doing what's called the Clone Clash. Everyone will be using the same voted hero. And Baku, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Am I allowed to say?
Yes, I think we're fine to say what the first Clone Clash will be.
Okay, and is that it? Just when I'm going forward, I don't reveal the second round or the third round, just the first round, right? That's all
Yeah,
we're gonna
just
talk
the
about?
first round. Yeah.
Okay, okay, so there is more stuff coming after this, so I'm gonna give you that little tidbit. But for round number 1, Clone Clash, we are gonna be running Jeff the Land Shark. Everyone has to pick Jeff the Shark. We do wonder if there might be a slight technical issue. Up to 32 players, it sounds like, can play Jeff, so if we can't get the full 36, 4 people will be able to play Moon Knight, I believe is our backup plan. But Jeff on Jeff action. It's gonna be sharks and tuna. Baku, what do you think about that?
It's gonna be a wild and wacky, watery world out there, and
Yeah.
we'll see a lot of Jeff getting sashimi. So
I mean,
we'll have fun with that.
I think the best part about it is that we're gonna see every skin that has came out in Marvel Rivals, because Jeff, he's the unofficial mascot of Marvel Rivals. So this poor guy has gotten so many different outfits to wear. I'm sure he has to wake up and just deal with the weight of what exactly he's going to be wearing to the matchup. So we will have that in round number 1. Let me actually check in real quick and see if we have our players. It looks like for Team 2, we have all 18, so good job, Team 2. Already ahead of the curve. Team 1 right now only has 16 out of 18, so they're kind of slow in the draw, but once we get all full of 18 of them, we will be playing it out. For you guys at home that have not played yet, this mode is available and ready to go if you hop into Marvel Rivals and play, and you'll be playing on a map called Grand Garden. I played a few matches earlier. It just starts, and you just go. Like, you hop into it. The only strategy that I've really locked down that's really helpful is playing around health packs and whatnot, making sure you're on the high ground. There is an interesting area that I want to showcase whenever we hop into the match. In the top center of the entire map, there is like this little waterfall cyclone that's happening, and hidden in that waterfall cyclone is actually a health pack. So if you get up there and hold that tower, you can find a lot of kills and a lot of control for your team. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to be unfolding, especially when we get to like the final matches. The final matches, we're going to have a lot more different characters than just compared to where first one we're having Jeff only. We'll have way more in the third round. So I'm wondering what kind of team comp people are thinking about, or if people are just going to run it down mid. I mean, Baku, what would you be doing if you were playing? Like, what would you pick in this game mode?
I have played 18 versus 18 a few times, and I've always picked Hela because it's a target-rich environment, so you can just keep sending swords out there, and you'll get someone. And it's amazing. It's so fun.
I feel like you should try Squirrel Girl if you're just sitting out random abilities and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to get somebody at some point. I did play a game of Squirrel Girl, and I did find a lot of kills, but I also found that, like, there's so much stuff being flung that low health bars can be a bit of a detriment. My Squirrel Girl got randomly shot by a Hawkeye here and there, which was pretty insane. The best success I actually had was with a Penny. I took Penny up to a top corner portion of the map, threw down a nest, and then just played near a health pack the entire time, and I didn't have any deaths or anything, and I just kind of like helped my team from afar, and it was super successful. The one that I thought would be really good, but I had a hard time with, is actually Storm. I thought she would be able to walk in, but her ult, I only got like 2 ult in the entire time, compared to a few of the other characters that were able to do 3 or 4 ultimates, so I kind of lost out on that trade, so that's pretty interesting. I played a lot of Reed Richards, said Maki Bachin. You can get away with a lot of sneaky tactics. I actually want to try him because I thought he would be good in general, because one, he has that beautiful Chad mode where he goes invulnerable, right? Which you always need time, especially in modes where you have a lot of damage being flung your way. If you can buy time, that's always going to pay off in spades and strategy, so it's actually good to know that he's pretty strong. What's up, Dido? Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are ready for the event and such. It looks like we are still waiting on one player to get this running, but we actually have a nice rainbow of skill here. We have a lot of diamonds, we got gold, we got grandmasters, we got a couple of celestials. We have No Damage Rocket in the mix here, and I was actually looking through No Damage Rocket. He's been playing a little bit of Gambit as of late too, so I'm kind of curious to see if we might get some Gambit from him in the future. But we'll have to wait and see how that works. Looks like we're missing Quad. Quad! We need you, bro. Where are you?
Quad. That is the most famous Adam player in the Marvel Rivals community.
Oh,
we have some big names here. We have Miller Ross, who used to be known for leaks, but is now on the side of the heroes. We have No Damage Rocket. We have Quad. Basically all 4 teams. What we did is I balanced all 4 teams so that everyone has it's a mix of Eternity players, top 500, gold, grandmaster, silver. So it's all pretty balanced.
So
Oh,
you're telling me that if there's a stomp that happens, we blame you, Baku. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, probably. Oh, also, we also have last minute addition here. We have Neo JPEG, who is known as the Jeff artist. They made a lot of Jeff
Oh.
sprays and emotes, and they did the Absolute Cinema Jeff art and the Taper Fade Jeff and Blade art, and all those Jeff memes. If you've seen a Jeff meme, they came from Neo.jpg.
Really? Okay. So we got our Jeff enthusiast here for round number 1 with the Jeff. So we might, Azu, just so you know, we might want to keep an eye on Neo JPEG, at least to start the match out if they're so Jeff-centric, right? We got to really focus on them and give them a little bit of love here for being a part of the community. Cool. Exciting to see that. That'll be really, really fun. Let's see here. We also got, I don't know if they're popular or not, but I really like their name. We got Bootman. What a username. Bootman coming in here, and we plan to get Salty Fish as well, which is also at for Jeff. So we're just waiting on our one character, and then we will go from there. Chat, how is everybody doing? Feel free to let me know what you would play in these modes. Let me know if you played it yourself and what your thoughts are. I'm personally a fan of these different game modes that have been hopping into Marvel Rivals. I think the one in particular that really tickled my bubble was actually the auto chess. This is my official request to NetEase to please bring back that game mode. I would like a few updates, obviously, because I felt like it was pretty good, but I think it could be really great. But it's cool to see these modes constantly coming out every month or so. It's awesome to be able to kind of just live in the world of Marvel Rivals, and if I ever hop into the game every couple of weeks, I always have something new to hop into. So appreciate NetEase and of course the devs that continue to put in the amazing work to make this happen. The moment they announced this would be in 1818, I was like, dude, this is Avengers Endgame. Like, legitimately, it's just a ton of Marvel characters running it down, and you get to be a part of the chaotic mess. So that's really, really, really awesome. Baku, how we doing out there, man?
We are still waiting for Quad. I am tagging them in the event Discord. Like, hello, Loki Nation to Adam Nation. Where are you? You're making us look bad. You know, Loki's
We need our Adam.
disappointed. We need our Adam, exactly.
Where is he? Poor guy's probably sleeping in and like getting the coffee, making the eggs for the morning. I mean, that's what I did. I woke up and I was like, dude, we got a cool event going on today. I made some eggs and sausage, added some spinach, onions, cheese, got that all cooked up, ate that, and then of course grabbed a coffee. And now I'm like, I got that like caffeine going, so I'm like, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to hop in and see this match go off. I would try Phoenix for mass fire explosions. That's actually a really, really good idea. Just get all that AoE splashing like crazy. I think Iron Man would be really good too. Flyers in general, because there is a lot of really, like interesting angles that are available on this map. I did play the Thing for a match, and I'll be quite frank. There's a lot of stairs that occur, and so if you ever use Thing's ultimate where he smashes the ground and there's stairs that are in the way, it actually just nullifies half of your ultimate. So you got to be careful with that one. So
Okay.
he was probably the only one that felt a little bit on the rough side, but that was about it.
Okay, I have word from the NetEase team. Since Quad is not showing up, he will be replaced by an AI for now, like a bot.
Okay. Okay.
And then we can start.
Okay. Yeah, let's add an AI and then hop into it. Couple of quick mentions as well. Can we get a Venom dance in the mode? If Venom is played, I'm sure somebody will dance. I feel like anytime we have a fun event, somebody has to be twerking on the ground. That's just...
Difficulty
that's just how it
hard
works.
and team. I think you can set it to Jeff, right? Okay. Are you able
Okay.
to set it to Jeff? There.
We're checking to make sure that we can set up our characters, guys, and make sure that it can be an actual Jeff. It's looking like we can.
There we go.
And we got it. I'm gonna laugh so hard when that AI carries the entire lobby. All right, I'm ready. Azu, Baku, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
We are so
Everyone's
ready.
already yelling. Zero ping for this Jeff. It's about to cook. Let's send it into here. Our first official match in our mode, Conquest Annihilation. We are in Room A. Room B will be happening in the background. You will see more of them in the final room when we are getting into our fight later on. But remember, everyone will be fighting Jeff. So, let's get our breath. Everyone take a big drink of water, because this match is about to be chaotic. I'm taking a sip here.
No.
I'm ready.
Oh, give him.
You gotta give him a skin. Can you give him the Jeff business skin?
No, only the skins Azu has.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna make him Lantern Jeff the shark. Jeff a Lantern has now been locked in. AI to run it down. Azu, I'm ready to start whenever you are, man. Count her down. Azu says, let's go. I know you guys can't hear her, but she is super excited to get it going. Here we go into the match. Blade's really fun this mode. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Get your healing going and your lifesteal going. I'm sure you could just run it down. Okay, so the map name is called the Grand Garden. You will see both teams spawn on separate times, or different sides of the map, and there's a lot of corners and areas to control. There's, I believe, 3 levels of variation for you to go to. A lot of verticality on this map, so you'll be able to see a lot of people kind of moving from there. 6 seconds and counting. Everyone is locking Jeff. Hopefully they make sure to lock in Jeff, because I believe you can't actually change your character after you lock it in. There it is. The Jeffs are here to be seen. Let's hop in. Okay. So we got a business Jeff already, and the squirting begins. My gosh. So you can see these kind of like really side angles on the far right. You're trying to take a long post from here. Now, do remember, there is a countdown timer at the very top, but I believe, Baku, and correct me if I'm incorrect, we are going to the first 100 kills will be the winner, correct?
That is correct. It's
Okay.
120 if I remember correctly.
Okay, 120 will be the first winner of the match, and already you're seeing the players kind of really going down. The bubbles and healing. It looks like they're trying to like group up in this left corner and just try to hold the area in general. I like some of that lazy Jeffs in the back. There's a couple of lazy Jeffs that are just back there kind of just spitting, trying to heal up that front line. Baku, this is crazy. Oh. We are stuck with Ashlyn has been called on the observing, so that's fine with us.
We can't change player? This
there might be so many things that the F1 through F6 won't let you switch the buttons. That's interesting.
You're in the lead now. Try to make it last.
this is so funny to look at. It just there's water everywhere.
Oh, here we go. Ashlyn getting smart, going for the high ground, comes around, and that's a lot of Jeffs in that hallway. So many teeth, many fins, and multiple tails. Ashlyn already going to the top lane here, attempting to try and control the space. There is a health pack up there, so it would be good for multiple Jeffs to get up there together and try to control that area. But so far, actually, with a currency on the line, our teams are playing really slow. 5-5 so far, trying not to int in any way, shape, or form. Ashlyn now moving forward and starting to drop down the splash bubbles as she attempts to try and clear out this area. 5-8, and now the ultimates are starting to come online. Here we go.
They've come from behind, but you can still
Ash got it. Okay, will she go for it? Ashlyn working the split. There are a lot of sharks here. You need to be careful, Ashlyn.
You need to eat a lot of them. Just think of it as a buffet.
So far, doing pretty well, though. Really clocking in on that business suit. Oh my gosh, the amount of that is occurring on my screen is kind of insane. There's a big spit up there. Ashlyn being grabbed by Mr. Knight. Is she going to be able to escape out of this? I don't know. Tried to grab the wall, but wasn't there in time. But if you look at the actual kills, 22-20, the blue team has actually gotten slightly ahead, and they continue to keep those numbers moving up. Actually, Azu, can you do me a favor and hit tab? Will we be able to see the leaderboard right now and get an idea of who is currently in the lead on the leaderboard, or is that not available in Observer? We're looking here. I actually don't have vision of it. Can I hit that myself? Oh, I can do it myself. All right, here at the very top in first place, we actually have Oshu and Riburo with 12 kills and 12 assists. Really kind of cooking at the moment. No damage Rocket right behind that with 10. And on the other side, Mr. Knight currently at 10 kills themselves. So usually the top 6 will be showing the leaderboards afterwards. This poor Ashlyn is just trying to hold the corner, find the heals here. Everyone's starting to like kind of hold the space here. This area is a fantastic area for getting a lot of engagements. Usually it's a bit of a spawn point for your team, so you can kind of spawn in that area. But also it's healing on both corners there. And then you see Ashlyn right now at the base of that pillar that I was talking about earlier. That pillar at the very top does have health pack, has a lot of areas for you to control your spacing. You got to watch out because there are a lot of angles to take you out. But if you can control that tower, you're going to feel really good about your match. And suddenly the blue team is starting to take a lead here. 43-36 to be moved to that 120 mark. Oh, nice spray here. Getting multiple set up as Ashlyn is doing her best here to get into a fight. But the moment that three sharks are chasing her, she's on the run. She goes up, moves around the corner, and gets the safety of her other brother, Jeff's. But there's still some attempts to take her out. Coming around the corner, ultimate is available. She goes down on the ground. Can she find anybody? Looks like she might be able to get one. Just find one, Jeff. All right, spit him off the side. Here we go. Oh, but the counter eat to save the teammate and take her out. Baku, this is crazy.
It is filled with murder and cuteness. And I don't know whether to be concerned or to be entertained.
Like, on one hand, my heart weeps. On the other hand, my heart is in a joyous moment. Oh, there's 3 deaths in the air! And they all fall to their death. And suddenly, the red team is turning it around. 67-55 right now. Ashlyn and the rest of her crew is going to have to really start grouping up to bring this together. But poor Ashlyn spawns in the middle of a Jeff, and that number continues to climb. Can the blue team turn this around, Baku?
I think they do have a chance. You know, 10 knockouts is not very big in terms of fights of this size.
Yeah.
They can always just take one each and be within range of taking over the lead.
Yeah, definitely got to make sure they're splitting up and being careful here, but those numbers continue to climb. 79-63 for the red team. Then it jumps up to a total of 83 at the moment. So at this point, it starts to become about survival. All right, we got to mitigate our deaths and do our best here to stay in the lead. But the red team seems to be doing better. I'm looking over at the ultimates right now, and there are a couple that are about to pop for the blue team. Enter Bang in general. Jeff the Landshark hard mode is actually missing 6, but with it all said and done, it looks like a substantial lead was earned for the red team, and they actually grab round number 1 quite easily. And the new MVP screen coming out for Jeff as well, which you can get for free, by the way, by playing the event. All you gotta do is play a couple of games and roll your coins and should be able to find those. That was chaotic.
Oh, it's Mr. Knight on the MVP. Mr. Knight is a last-minute addition, substituting for a missing player. Thank you so much, Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight is also a friend of the channel, so a bunch of us do know Mr. Knight. I'm so happy. He got MVP. Let's go, Knight.
Well, welcome, Mr. Knight. Awesome. Good to see. Mr. Knight finding 16 kills, 16 assists, and only 3 deaths that match, which is pretty impressive to see. Not too shabby. All right, so we got a full best of 3 for you to figure out who's going to be our winner. So in game number 2, Baku, can we reveal who will be played?
We will be playing all gambits. Because both teams, each team is supposed to have a different hero. But both teams voted for Gambit. So it's going to be a Gambit Palooza out there.
Okay, so that's what it sounds like. Yeah, so for the actual name of this mode, it's called the Faction Face-Off. I wanted to make sure I get that correct. The teams are supposed to be using the hero that was voted for each team, but both of them voted for Gambit, so it wound up becoming a mirror matchup. So we'll get some Gambit on Gambit action for round number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this on the spectating, and then we're going to get everyone nice and set up for this round number 2, and we will go from there. Oh, nice. The lobby actually has everyone ready to go. Cool. So we got to have Azu change Jeff the Landshark out for Gambit, unless we had our other players show up. Did we, Baku, or what's the update on that?
Oh, we do have Quad, if you can remove the bot, who did very well, by the way. Good job. Good job, bot.
Thank you,
Good job.
bot, for showing up. We gotta thank our robots nowadays, man. AI is gonna take over the world eventually at some point, so you gotta thank them. That way they like you in the future. There was a whole Rick and Morty episode about it. It's an important thing for me. Always drop your thank yous. So Jeff the Landshark, sayonara, and we'll be bringing Quad back in, and then we will be going into Gambit. Gambit's gonna be an interesting one. Gambit is one of the recent additions to Marvel Rivals. In case you guys haven't been paying attention, he's been out for a couple of weeks. Gambit is a strategist, but he's got some really interesting healing and damage mechanics. He can flip between different cards. And then, of course, he has his ultimate, which I enjoy very, very much. And I expect for it to be pretty important in today's matchup. It's called, the Radiant Royal Flush. Basically what he does, he gets ultimate charge for his team, so we're going to start having a lot of ultimates coming out. Does a little bit of extra damage, a little bit of a healing, and then also allows for higher jumping and extra burst damage every couple of seconds. Whew, so mechanically skilled players are probably going to do very, very well in this 18 versus 18 matchup. Let's see here. Do we have actually any Gambit players? Baku, you would know a little bit better more than I do. Do we have anyone that's known as a Gambit player, or is he a bit new and everyone's still dabbling at the moment?
I think he's still a bit new, and I think everyone though has played Gambit. Everyone from Duelist players to Strategist players, even Vanguard players, everyone has said unanimously Gambit is one of the most fun and interesting characters they've released since launch, and I have to agree. He's so fun to play. You have to be so active. You have to be reactive and planning ahead because of how his card system works. And I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain, and I think it has prepared me to play Gambit here.
Beautiful. Love to see that. Yeah, Gambit's great in that regard. I also love that we already have people in chat typing things about that are direct quotes. You know, the name's Gambit, remembering it. His name is Gambit in Mon Ami. Gambit is a fantastic character, and where I first ran into him was actually the X-Men cartoon show that ran in the 90s when I was growing up. I would watch X-Men, I would watch Iron Man, and of course Spider-Man. And I think in that order it was my favorite. Which is kind of crazy, because I think Spider-Man's actually gone over Iron Man for me in terms of the TV show, but it's another discussion. But what's great about the new game that's been brought to Marvel Rivals is the same voice actor that was in X-Men 97. So you get the authenticity of the character, and I think they just did such a wonderful job for him. I can't wait for Rogue, who's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks, as well, as the pair of them are just a beautiful couple in their own right. So I love that he's also just like an absolute love ball, but badass about it, you know? Like, he's just like, he's all about Rogue and, you know, being there for her, and then there for his team. It's funny because, like, when he can get picked off in the game, he'll say things like, well, Rogue's not ready to be a widow, so, like, he'll come back and fight. I think they just did a really good job, and honestly, probably, as you were mentioning, my favorite strategist to come into the game, mechanically and in terms of thematics. They nailed him. So kudos to NetEase. I'm looking forward to Rogue, but right now I am very happy with how Gambit has come out. The Quad King is now here. Okay, Baku, what do we need to do? We need to check in with our players and such, and then we're good to go?
Yes, we will check in. Azu, can you type ready check in the chat?
Okay. Azu's going to make sure everyone is good to go. Azu's doing all the work for us. Thank you, Azu, in the shadows. Doing her thing. Looks like we're getting a couple of yes. Everyone's excited. Everyone's ready. I see exclamation marks. I see positivity. I see R's. I see I see Jeff emotes from the Jeff maker himself. So I think that's a yeah. I'm good to go. And this is going to be a bit of a crazy matchup. I'm actually kind of interested to see how people are playing Gambit, because I've been spamming him like crazy this season in ranked. And I also feel like he's really, really strong. One of the cool mechanics about him is that if you combine his dash and his right click together, you can actually dodge forward, do decent damage, and heal your teammates. And so seeing that and his mobility pulled off in a match of 36 people is going to be quite fun. We are starting shortly. Cool. Azu, I'm good to go, and it looks like we are igniting the time stream. Baku, let's do this.
I am so excited. We're gonna hear so much. Gambit never folds! But someone will fold. Someone will fold. Someone has to.
And just to make sure everyone at home knows, if we have the team that won, I believe it was the red team last round, if they win again here, do they go 4-2 out of the finals, or are we playing all 3 matches no matter what?
We're gonna be playing all 3 matches no matter what, just to have fun with it.
The battle starts in 5.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
3,
So it'll be an honor matchup if the red team wins. However, blue team wins, it will be the official match in round number 3 that will dictate who will be going to the grand finals. Here we go. We got Ashlyn once again, who will be leading the charge for us. She is the eyes into this matchup, already stepping up and providing healings. For those that haven't seen Gambit, his card mechanic underneath the cursor is pretty much what you're keeping an eye out for. It is started by his E and F, right? That will instigate the engagements on your E. You open up two different things, Flush and Rise. They provide cleanses, they provide a big burst of heals, but if you go for the damage options, you can go for big damage on a poke and a single target, or of course a splash of damage around you with an anti-heal baked into it. So pretty interesting to watch that. All these Gambits, dude, just sticking together, and I like how they're moving together as a unit. You see on the far left and in the middle, they're pushing together and putting their opponents into a choke where they can be pretty darn powerful together. And look at the ultimate. The first ultimate that's going to come off is going to build up the team relatively quickly. And remember, when Gambit ults, all of his teammates near him will get ultimate acceleration. So we should be hearing a lot of Gambit never folds, one after another, and here we go. Oh my gosh! A block of damage in the corner. Baku, I was not expecting that.
This is like, we're seeing so much fireworks around here, and I think Gambit, the original Gambit from the comics, will be very proud to see this.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That kinetic energy just is splashing everywhere. The burst can be so impressive. Gambit falls coming out from Ashley, and you see them being just thrown everywhere. Do you think Gambit's gonna fall? I think he might just fall a little bit here. That confidence of never falling looking a little on the difficult side, but look how close we are, Baku. 17 to 17.
This is looking to be a very even match now that we don't have a bot on one side. Blue team has to redeem themselves to recover.
You know what? That's a good point. That Baku is going to be the one that, or not Baku, excuse me, that there was a bot on the blue team last time. For Azu, I still see Ashlyn. If you let me know who you're following, I can try and move around here.
I am seeing a free camera from Azu.
Oh, free cam? You're doing free cam? All right, interesting here. Okay, let me actually pull that up. Baku, can you cover for me for a second while I pull up the free camera from Azu so I can follow her action?
Oh, good. So all the Gambits right now are fighting on the chess field, which actually move if you attack each piece, and you get an achievement for getting a checkmate on that thing. I'm sure there's a tutorial out there somewhere how to get the achievement. I don't know how. I'm not a chess player.
Yeah, I haven't done that one either, but I did hear a few people were doing it. I was playing a match earlier, and people were like, we're going for the achievement. But back into it right now, because achieving wins right now is the red team, and they're up 42 to 39, and Azu is trying to catch all the action. Here we have the tab screen here. If you actually hit tab Azu and scroll up to the top, we can see who's currently in the first leads here, as we're getting about halfway through it all. There it is. In first place, we have 2 off for the blue team, and then, of course, the red team is trying to keep up. It is just constant action right now. 3 blues currently on the opposing side of the red team, and they're getting cooked out. Miz leading the charge so far for our red team, but suddenly the blue is swinging back the other direction, and this tug of war of Gambit is starting to be a lead for them. 57 to 46 in kills, and as Gambit balls continue, the splash damage is starting to become an issue. There are fireworks everywhere, Baku. It does not stop.
Oh, it looks like blue team is coming in on the lead. It's the sudden shift, 10 difference in the score. They're making up for lost time from the last round.
I love how we started the fight out and everyone's kind of like sitting, being a little timid, and they're like, here's a heal for you, yes, love you, and then all of a sudden the ults pop off, and it's just damage. It's just firework on firework action, and the fireworks are starting to lead towards the blue team now. They are taking a substantial lead, 75 to 59 at the moment, climbing to 77 as the timer clicks down. 1:38 left on the timer, and the red team has got to kick it into gear. If not, we are going into game number 3, and whoever pulls off game number 3 will be moving to the grand finals. 83-63, a 20-kill lead. You see the blue team actually, they're starting to group up a little bit in the choke, working together, playing a bit safer right now, realizing, hey, we have the lead, guys. Just don't throw away the game. Time is on our side. Meanwhile, the red team, you can see them getting a little bit desperate. A few are jumping the fight, desperately trying to find a killer here, and the blue team is just cooking them like a meat grinder. 93-64. Baku, I don't want to call it too early, but it's starting to look good for our blue team.
You know what? I'm cheering them on because I need to see that tiebreaker. I need to see round 3. I need them to fight their best fight with their best characters in there.
See, Baku, you got the commentary down. All you gotta do is put an opinion in and you're good to go, and I agree with that opinion. I would love for Game 3 to be the one that puts it all here on the table for us all. Ooh, but if you look at that kill feed, the red team is starting to make their own mark. They find a good 10 kills in the last couple of seconds, but I fear that they might just be a bit too far behind. That 120 mark will be an instant win for the blue team. And if they don't get a single kill right now, as long as they're ahead, they're going to have that win. 20 seconds and counting. The numbers are starting to dwindle. You see a 2v1 happening here in the Gambit mode as they are trying to fight in, but a third one joins up. No 1v1, absolutely zero honor. He's pinned into a corner. He's bouncing and diving, trying to stay alive. He actually turns around and gets killed, but more Gambit show up to help out. It's literally the X-Men. But with 116 kills, blue team and the timer concluding, we are going to a game number 3. As that was quite the explosive matchup. Gosh, my voice was not ready for that. 2-off being the MVP, which makes sense. He was #1 in kills for the blue team.
It looked like Quad was the game changer there. Quad came in like the savior that he is the Adam Warlock coming in the skin of Gambit and brought Team A the win.
Kind of hope that Quad came in on a motorcycle, just like Gambit did in Marvel Rivals 97. You know, not to give too much of spoilers off, but that scene is epic. And I'm assuming Quad showed up in a white suit, ready to go here to help out. So we're getting ready for game number 3. Everyone at home, as we prepare for it, let's go ahead and let everyone know what's going to happen. Baku, I'm going to give you the honors because you are the one running this event. You're the one that helped put it together. What are we doing in game 3?
So in game 3, it is a free for all. Everyone can use whatever hero they want. I forgot what it's called. I was not prepared.
I wrote it down. It is called the Cosmic Rumble. What I think is a pretty cool name. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we're getting ready for game number 3. Whoever wins this one will be going to our grand finals. Remember, we do have a prize pool of mini units available. 8,000 first place. Second place will get 5,000, and third place will have 3,000 units. And this one's gonna be really interesting. This is where we're going to see a lot of different characters popping in. We're going to have a couple of tanks, some healers, some damage. I have seen in my solo queue games when I'm playing it is mostly damage dealers. But I will say tanks are pretty darn nice in this setup. I like Penny in particular. Being able to control a portion of the map always feels really, really good. And in terms of supports, anyone that has high mobility and able to get to certain areas of the map and join up with teammates will always be strong. Loki is pretty fascinating as well. There's a lot of like tall pillars for you to put your Loki clones on top of, and if you don't move, there's so much fiesta going on that Loki might be able to sneak away and be that tricky trickster that we all know him to be. Baku, what are you looking for, man? What character do you want to see popped out in this matchup?
I think the character that we'll have to look out for here is definitely what do you call hit scans like Hela, Hawkeye, because they can just one-shot anyone.
Yeah.
Hawkeye sends an arrow into a crowd, someone's gonna fall. So it is very dangerous to face against those kinds of characters.
And I know you guys can't hear Azu, but I can hear Azu. So I'm going to let Azu whisper in our ears. Azu, what do you want to see? What character do you want to observe in this matchup? Which one? Which one was that? Bazu, I didn't hear. I heard.
I was like, Rocket, please.
Rocket, please. I heard a cat, please. And I was like, wait, there's no cat yet.
Okay, I have good news. I have good news. We have no damage Rocket in the lobby, and he is known for his Rocket gameplay.
Sounds like there will be a good chance that we might get some Rocket in the mix. For those that don't know, No Damage Rocket is here. No Damage Rocket is known for doing minimal damage with Rocket and climbing well in the ranked universe. I have been seeing him play a little bit of Gambit lately, but, you know, he loves that Rocket, and we all know he does, so good chance that we will be seeing that. Azu, can I get an update? Are we close to starting the match? Are we letting people go to the restroom real quick? You know, making sure everyone's set up? Where are we at the moment? Okay. So Azu says that we are checking in on all the players, making sure we're good. Gonna do a ready check, and then we will get ready for the grand finals. Hang on, I'm looking here. I'm seeing the readies, and I'm seeing everyone saying good. Yes, 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 yes. Some people are scared of an FPS drop for playing Penny, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the wins. You know what I'm saying? It's still pretty impressive that you're able to pull this off in the matchups. Ready, ready, ready. Okay, I think we're ready. Azu, can I get an official confirmation? Oh, I just got it. We are igniting the time stream, and we are heading into our grand finals for this best of 3. Whoever wins this will go to the official grand finals for all the moolah. Okay, here we go into the final set. If you are currently watching this, please do me a favor in the chat and drop your favorite emote. Get excited, get hyped for our players. A couple of pogs are always great to see, especially in these matchups. 5 seconds and counting, and we will get an idea of who is playing what. If I can get a quick tab at the start, Azu, that would be sick, so I can get an idea of what people are playing. Okay, we got some Moon Knight, Penny, Loki, Black Panther. We got some Psylocke and a little bit of Iron Man. All right. Ooh, and a few Storms on the red side. Okay, Azu, let's hop into the actual match, and I'm going to follow your lead on this one. Here it comes. We see a Hulk is jumping in the back line. He got 3 jumps in before he got completely annihilated. Meanwhile, on the backside, we have some DPSs trying to chase down the healers that are currently trying to set up. And here's that big pillar I was talking about. There are Moon Knight onks being dropped left and right. The devastation is climbing dramatically as we had this match. 11-7 for the blue team, but I don't expect that to be a close exchange, as red team has shown last round that they are willing and can bounce back at any point. The water coming in from Jeff, trying to keep up the healing as the red team begins to group up and hold their back area. They have a couple of Jeffs to help them out, and a Storm who will help out with the speed and damage over time. 21-16 at the moment as 5 minutes ticks on the timer. Baku, what are you seeing in this match in terms of strategy so far?
I'm seeing a lot of Moon Knights from both teams. I do think that is a smart play with all the whatever. What is his weapon? Just bouncing around enemies. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And Moonglaves. Yeah, that's a good choice, because like people naturally in this mode, dude, it's just human nature to be like, hey, I need to group up and be a part of a team, you know? There's so many deadly things in the field, and that's where Moon Knight will be. Spider-Man, however, popping off an ultimate off-brand Overwatch, has got a couple of kills in the back line as he was going for the supports and did find a couple of them. And we are kind of all tied up, 40-39 on kills, and we are inching toward that late game. As Jeff the Charcoalsmith goes on the backside. Look at that kill feed on the far right. Let's see if he gets a couple of them picked off. Looks like Neo did find a couple of picks, and now the jump in numbers goes from 51 to 43, and they're just an onslaught of damage. A poor Psylocke all by herself is actually able to escape at the last second, but her teammate who was jumping back with her were not able to get out, as Mr. Fantastic was picked up to try to provide that shielding. There's actually a bottom floor there too. You can see it there in the middle that you can run down to if you would like. And look at this, the blue team is holding this top pillar with Penny. This is the play, man. I'm telling you, if you hold that top tower, you're gonna be feeling great about your matchup. And Baku, the straight up picks are just continuing to happen here.
All I can say is I think I did a great job at balancing the teams, considering how close they are, neck to neck, 10 difference at most. Everyone's doing great. I do wish though we would see more Vanguards. I saw Penny, I saw Hulk. Where's Magneto? Where's the Magneto man?
Yeah, Magneto would definitely be helpful here of just being able to drop his ultimate. You have to be pretty quick on using that meteor ball though, because there is a lot of projectiles coming out. Jeff the Shark finds the heal here on the backhand side. Here's Mr. Fantastic trying to bounce around. He brings down his fist 3 times. The 4th time, will he get all 6 pops? Doesn't look like it, as actually Namor goes up into his bubble, so that did not count as a hit. There's a Thor, but he gets melted completely. You have a Star-Lord trying to go around the corner, but they're dying so fast. Azu can't even keep up with them here. Iron Man bringing down the chest beam, and it looks like 101-73 is going to be the current score right now. And with 2.5 minutes, the red team has to dig deep to really fight back here. Whoa! 77-105, numbers are coming up. QWWSD is doing their best here to control with Moon Knight. 109-84 with a Spider-Man trying to get on the backside here just to get a kill or 2, but Neo just found a couple of kills. So did Oshu on Moon Knight. Rocket is straight up dropping his ultimate here in the middle of the match, and with 120 coming off, our blue team will be going to the grand finals.
Congratulations to Team A for getting 2 out of 3 matches. Even with the first match bought disadvantage, they went back swinging.
They sure did. Figured out their team composition. I noticed that like while they were playing, it seemed like they were starting to communicate a little bit more. They were playing spaces together. They would usually all push together through a funnel, and even if they would lose a couple of members, they would of course trade efficiently. And that was really the big difference there. Whereas Red Team seemed like they were playing a lot of like solo individual hero gameplay. And while they had amazing moments, teamwork always makes the dream work. So there is going to be a massive W coming in from our blue team, and we will be heading into the grand finals. Do we have any notes from Nick and crew about what was happening over in the other teams?
So apparently Room B did do a round 3, but only for to do round 3 as Team C got 2-0 in the first 2 matches.
Okay, so Team C will be our matchup. So give us a couple of minutes. We're going to make sure that we are getting everyone into our lobbies as quickly as we can. And then we will go from there. Let's see here. So are we waiting for them to finish round 3, or do you think they're already on their way into our lobby?
It does look like they might be finished with round 3. We started around the same time, so the counter would be done by now. Thank you for coming to Team 2, and they did amazing. But we'll have to make space for Team C in order to fight for them to fight Team A.
Okay, so Team 2, thank you all for playing. If you guys are listening to the stream right now, if you could do us a favor and leave the lobby, that would be great. We don't want to make Azu, who is a kind-hearted soul, boot you all out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, help us out. And, you know, you can watch the stream and hang out from there. But thank you so much for coming and chilling. You know, we had Eric's a legend, B-Tree, Miz, Off-Brand, Gothy, Mr. Knight, QWWSD, Avatar Liger, Able Online, Navis, Club Chick Divine, I'm Chloe, and I think we also had Bootman, who I saw earlier, who was this match, but he left pretty darn quickly. So GG's to you all, and thank you all for joining. As a reminder for everyone that is watching, you can now play this mode. Literally right now, you can hop into Marvel Rivals, hop in, game it up. Marvel Rivals continues to be this game that, you know, I try to work into my schedule at least every 3 to 4 weeks because they always have something new and exciting to play. And yeah, to be quite frank with you, I do love playing the ranked mode a lot too, but I love when they have these little, I don't want to say distractions, but other modes for us to play into and hop into, you know, just to have fun time and remind us, you know, video games are enjoyable. Video games are fun. So it's always a good time to hop into something a little bit on the newer side. So thank you guys for putting this out there. And of course, get in there and play. Baku, what are we thinking? Are we going to take a small little break, or are we just going to sit here and chill and, you know, shoot the crap and get our conversations on?
Yeah, we'll take like a 5 to 10 minute break just to get everyone settled. So you can take a break. You have been carrying this casting tricks. Great.
Got you.
Always so
It's
good
easy.
to have you. All right. I'll leave some cartoons running for those watching the stream on my end. We got cartoons by one of the Marvel Rivals partners. They make cute Marvel Rivals cartoons, and I got permission to play them.
That's so cool. All right, let's watch some cartoons, and we'll be right back.
I have never encountered an Oni forged from metal.
Oni? I am not familiar with that designation.
Demons. And where I come from, they are made of flesh and bone.
To be fair, I could say the same.
Get ready to watch me burn up the battlefield, Robo-Dude.
We are yokai.
Yes, turn up the heat, child, and we'll find out whose form fails first.
Haha, funny coming from the one guy that I could melt into slag in seconds.
You, Mechanical Man, we can help each other achieve our goals.
Part of my goal is replacing you.
Replacing mortals, you mean? Even once you have done that, we as Guardians will remain.
I'll pass. You're a variable I don't need in my equation.
So I'm too much for the calculating killing machine. Well, I'm flattered.
A living island on an alien world. Not exactly my usual stomping grounds.
On the plus side, maybe the fact that Mars has 2 moons will make it twice as strong.
Good point. I'll check with Khonshu. Hang on a sec. He's not answering.
Well, at least we know it makes you twice as crazy.
He's not answering. Consume, devour, slaughter, massacre, obliterate. King in black? How about knight in white instead?
Let's finish Null already so I can wash this alien goop out of my fur.
Glad I wore my symbiote-proof armor.
I hate symbiote stuff so much. Just so much.
I don't like this place either, Spider. Gives me the creeps.
You may be the key to winning this battle, Blade.
I think you're looking for Venom, Goldie.
Null could very well bring about the end of all that is. We can't allow that.
Leave Null to me. Symbiotes hate fire.
It won't be that easy. Null doesn't have the same weaknesses as his creations.
Well, if he's the King of Darkness, maybe I just need to turn up the light instead of the heat.
I know how bright you can burn, Johnny, and I'm afraid even that might not be enough.
No mortal hero nor any of my children can imprison me forever. Null will rise. When Null is erased from existence, someone will have to claim his spot.
And I suppose that someone is you? You really believe you would do better than him?
Correct, madam. If we choose the right queen to rule by our side, so will you join us?
Mantis, what's a raccoon?
Oh,
Don't got a raccoon joke like everyone else?
You can't have my new arm, Rocket.
I'll make it worth your while, Bucky. Go on, name your price.
1 raccoon skin hat.
Yikes. I mean, technically I ain't a raccoon, but something tells me I shouldn't push my luck.
what? No, they are the cutest animal on Earth.
Really? Then how come everyone keeps calling me a raccoon? I'm a badass.
You are cute and badass.
Yeah.
Born again!
Warlock, old buddy. Man, you look good. Did you get some work done?
I recently emerged from a regenerative cocoon.
You got to hook me up with one of those, bro. I could use a serious tune-up.
Perhaps I should focus my cosmic power on more important matters.
Warlock is a curious name for one with no arcane powers.
I didn't choose it.
No one chooses their birth name. But after that, you may call yourself what you like.
I like Adam Warlock. But maybe I'll start calling myself Sorcerer Supreme.
All right! Another meeting of the Secret Society of Super Peters!
It's good to see you too, Spidey. But, yeah, we really gotta change that name.
You should probably let me take point on this one, kid.
Go for it, Logan. You've got a lot more experience on the battlefield than I do.
Damn right. Some of us have actually earned the title Immortal Weapon.
That's low. But you want proof I can hang? Then you'd better keep your eye on my fist.
Oh my... OMG, you are the cutest shark ever! Ah, look at those little feet.
Wait, quick question. You don't eat squirrel, do you?
I know, sharks aren't supposed to have feet. And no, you can't eat Tippy Toe. She's my best friend.
Folks like these, they might have powers, but they ain't like you and me.
Guys who look surprisingly good for how old they actually are?
Living weapons.
Oh, right. That too.
What is shark thing with feet?
Wow. I thought Hydra did some weird experiments on me, but look at you. Easy, fella. I didn't mean any harm. Don't bite, okay? I've already lost 1 limb too many.
Ha! Hulk likes shark thing.
No, my baby! They will pay for this!
Even the ocean at sunrise does not glimmer as bright as you, Emma.
You certainly do have a type, Namor.
The White Queen would look good next to the King of the Seas.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear.
Of all the land dwellers, you are only surpassed in beauty by Susan Richards.
Let me guess. Sue Storm rejected you again? You should have stopped while you were ahead, Namor.
There's a god living in my head. I don't know what to think. I tried to keep him out of trouble, but he wouldn't listen. I mean, it's not my fault an Egyptian god whispers in my brain and tells me who deserves his righteous vengeance.
And welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the Conquest Annihilation Grand Finals. This one's for all the marbles, all the monies, all the credits. We have 8,000 units going to first place, 5,000 for second, and 3,000 going to the third place. Now, as we get ready, we're going to do a repeat of what we did in the first round in our first match for Room A and B, the Clone Clash, which means everyone will be using the same hero randomly chosen by the host. And luckily, I have Baku here to announce who will be being played. So Baku, lay it on us, but do it in a mysterious voice. What are we gonna be playing?
So this is a funny coincidence. We did try two different wheel randomizers, and for both wheels, we got one hero. It's destiny. It's like they're telling us these people have to play this hero. It's Hela. It is Hela.
So aimers are going to be rewarded for this one, at least until she gets her ultimate, because her ultimate can be a little on the spooky side, slamming down people and being able to see through walls. So it's going to be Hela coming out. So we're going to see a lot of folks going up into the air and raining down hellfire. So I am ready to go on my side. We're checking in with the players and making sure they are good to go. Azu, can you give me an update? And then I'll, of course, relate to those that are watching. I think we lost Azu. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Azu has mentioned that she is getting everyone ready to go in the background. She's going to do a ready check, and once everyone's good to go, we will be going forward and starting the match. Baku, I knew you said that you played some Hela earlier in your own matchups. What do you think's going to be going down in this 18 versus 18 onslaught?
I think if you wanna be come out on top as in a whole all Hela lobby, you will have to learn to take off angles. You have to be You have to be tricky when you're peeking, when you're hiding, when you're taking high ground or low ground or wherever you have to go. You have to be conscious where you're positioning yourself. Because a few swords to the head and you're gone down. You're one down for your team.
So I would be like, all right, if I'm playing Hela, I am running out, holding full W, and going for some high ground immediately. Is that a good strategy, or would you sit and bait your teammates a little bit and go from there?
I think it would be better if you hug the wall a little bit rather than running down mid.
Okay. All right, so my Hela strategy is a no-go for Baku, so maybe I won't try that in the future. Okay, I'm seeing in the chat we are getting the ready check. Everyone's saying ready, and they are good to go. We got our Jeff emotes, so we do have some different players coming in here. Remember, we had our blue team from the first round that are moving forward, and then, of course, from our other seed that was fighting, we have a bunch of new players coming in to face off against them. This is going to be the official grand final, so at the end of this best-of-3 series, we will know who will be our winners through and through. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So, Hela action only. Everyone has to lock in their Hela, and we're gonna go from there. Whew. Will she be able to bring that hellfire down?
5, 4,
Let's find
3,
out.
2,
Deep breath, and let's do it.
Only one team wins this. Try to make it yours.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this leaderboard. Here we see everyone locking the Hela. We got a beautiful amount of skins, and immediately you can see that primary attack being launched down these chokes here as our teams are trying to move out. You see on the left side, everyone's already controlling those rook and chess pieces and trying to use any cover they can, because Baku is correct. That damage is relatively high, and the health pool is pretty low for Hela. She has to use that bird to escape. It seems like the red team is doing a good job of controlling the middle. Oh my gosh, they've already taken a massive lead of 16-10, and they now control the middle of the space. What do you think so far about this Hela gameplay, Baku?
I think they're all doing pretty well, actually, with the aiming, which is honestly a rare skill in a game like this. Because it's not pure aiming like games like CSGO or Valorant or whatnot.
Yeah.
People using projectiles or bombs, or so I think everyone is very much showing a lot of skill with this fight.
Yeah. You're alluding to a lot of the resource trading that happens with some of the other characters in Marvel Rivals, but Hela is for those aimers out there that are looking to be headshot legends. Usually a good Hela for a majority of the cast. Not all, don't take my word fully for it, but if you have a squishy opponent on the opposing side, you only need 3 to 4 hits to take them out pretty quickly, and if of course you land those headshots as well, he can be very, very devastating. We have one lone Hela trying to hold this top side here, Southie. There is a health pack in that river there, but with 2 people coming in, she's going to have to forfeit away, and that number continues to climb for both of our teams, 52 to 41. I gotta say, the damage on the full DPS is so high that we are having our kills come in quickly. We might hit a new world record in this game finishing soon, because remember, 120 is going to be the mark, and here are their stats if we actually take a quick look at them. Keep that again real quick, Azu, as I kind of missed a few of those. And number 1 is B-Hops and 2-Hops. So 2-Hop continuing to try to carry, but B-Hops right now, 13 and 5 in the matchup. Oh my gosh. In fact, can we switch to B-Hops a little bit and check out some of their gameplay and see how that's going? When we get a chance, no rush. Whenever you get the chance, we can get an idea of how exactly they are playing and how they're able to hold the lead. 79 to 57 at the moment as the red team is looking to get that cleanup. Here's B-Hops here on the side. And we have the caster curse. The moment we watch them, they get dingled on. That's how it goes sometimes, Baku.
Oh, there is ults coming up. Are you able to last though? No! There's more! There's 2 at the same time!
That was synchronized! Did you see that? Hella
yeah.
From 2 at the same time!
Hell yeah.
That would be a scary sight to see in real life. Like, could you imagine walking outside and just looking up, like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I'd be concerned there's a flying lady at first. before I even realized there's swords falling from the sky.
I feel like you would get a second before the Hellfire connects with you, though. So you'd be like, oh, what's that? Oh, no! 106 to 82, and the red team is coming out in game number 1 and making an absolute statement as they climb for those 120 kills. They just need 10 more, whereas the blue team needs a substantial amount more. Feast is going up. Blue team currently holding that top left side, and with ultimates just proccing for both of our teams, that 120 mark is now here, and Neuro will get the final kill as red team will go up 1-0, and we're gonna get ready for our second set. Neuro got the final kill and the MVP.
Very nice, Hero. Very nice.
Wow.
Oh, I love
really
this
fast
costume. It's the one I have.
Yeah. Hela's one of those characters that I don't play as much, but man, I can really respect one when they come out and they just dink those headshots. In terms of damage, looking pretty high. 4K was the number for our leader in first place. Looking through the rest here, you can see the numbers kind of dwindling, but there was a lot of assists happening on a few of our teammates. I mean, look at No Damage Rocket there, just being the support player, even in a DPS body with 12 assists. Just trying to poke and make sure the teammates can get the picks. So there we go. 120 to 93 was a final score, and we are getting ready for our second matchup. Our second matchup was the faction face-off. Baku, let the people know what we're going to be witnessing, please.
So we are having a faction face-off again, like the last round too. However, this time, instead of getting what the teams voted for the most, they get what the enemy team voted for the most last time. So since Team A was all Gambit and Team C was all Winter Soldier, they're gonna swap heroes. Team A will be all Winter Soldier and Team C will be all Gambit.
Okay, so we're gonna have Gambit versus Bucky, an X-Men. Some call him Omega level. Not everyone agrees with that. There is discrepancies, and then of course you have Bucky, who is a one-man walking army, but there will be 18 of them facing off against Gambit. This should be a fascinating one. There are going to be a lot of resets, but of course Gambit provides some healing and some decent damage as well, so it should be a pretty even matchup. In terms of, like, if I had to guess who would pull out ahead here, I feel like I would pick a Bucky if they have good rotations, but Bucky can also be a little on the mechanically challenging side, so a Gambit, after they get their ultimates, could really start to come back. What do you think, Baku? Like, who do you think could win this one?
I think with how strong and versatile Bucky is, I think Bucky Team A will pull out ahead unless the Gambits really focus on keeping each other alive while still getting those picks.
Yeah, I feel like the hook ability on Bucky in particular will be pretty important in this matchup. Taking a Gambit that's like next to his teammates, trying to get a couple of heals here and there, and pulling him into the fight and locking him down will be quite devastating. So Team A will be Bucky. Team C will be Gambit. So to make sure that we have these colors correctly, Team A, who is down 0-1, is playing Bucky. Team C, who was red, is playing Gambit. So if they win this matchup as Gambit, they will, of course, be the winner. And we're still going to play Game 3 no matter what, right?
Yes, we are playing Game 3 no matter what. But I have a feeling, though, that they're going to be 1-1 here.
Yeah. I think I agree with you with how this will be unfolding. And then we will be moving into a Cosmic Rumble for game number 3. So it'll be all-out war between our two teams. Now, of course, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We want to make sure that we're focusing on this match in particular. So let's get ready for it. Azu, can I get an update? How are we feeling about the lobby? Is everyone feeling good? Everyone ready? Are you about to do a ready check? What are we thinking?
It looks like we're doing a ready check.
Okay, ready check currently going through. All caps set up for Azu. Azu, again, being our wonderful observer and making sure these lobbies are good to go. Checking with the players, making sure they're good. Just doing a wonderful job, as she always does. Make sure to give her the love she deserves in chat if you guys have the chance. Okay, let's jump into the match. Everyone is ready, and we are igniting our faction face-off. It will be Gambit taking on Bucky. 18 versus 18. This is going to be chaotic, dude.
We're just going to keep hearing again. Gambit never folds. Again.
Gambit never All right, here we go. Our players are locking in, making sure they have the correct hero choices.
4, 3,
here we go. I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of breath for this one. So deep breaths, everyone. Make sure to drink your water. Here we go. So, we did have our leaders in our last match. Oh my gosh, 2 immediate picks there as Southie finds a double shot. And remember, his shots do pierce here, so Southie is playing out of his mind. Already has 3 picks with the aid of his teammates. Wings is able to answer back now, and the Gambit, although they take a 4-0 loss to start, have now turned it around and taken the lead. 9-7, they are grouping into a corner. You can see them all. Hey guys, let's get our ultimate, man. We just gotta get our ultimate.
They are really sticking together, though. I think they're finding a way to keep each other alive and take as little damage as possible.
Yeah, definitely rotating between their cards, making sure they're set up in that regard. 20-12 is the current fight, and surprisingly, I really thought the Buckies were going to take this first. The Gambits have somehow taken the lead. So kind of a little bit different than the analysis I originally thought, but Buckies are starting to make their way on back now as they earn a couple of kills themselves, 26-29. Holy moly, this matchup is so volatile. I really thought the DPS would take the lead, but the strategy is currently showing that they're able to handle themselves. We've had Kaplunk all by himself on the opposing side where they're spawning. 37-31, the numbers continue to climb, and you see that Bucky's starting to work together. A lot of anti-heals actually being thrown up for them, and here comes the reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they start to dive the back line. 34-46, but the Gambits also have their own ultimate, Baku.
Jeez. It looks like they are trying to capitalize on Gambit's ults in order to survive Bucky's ults.
Yeah, good point there, because it does give you healing and also provide the cleanse as well. The Buckies right now, after a few ults, were able to get a couple of kills, but now the numbers start to dwindle way too quickly. 68-37 in favor of the Gambits at the moment. The Gambit never falling, dropping down the ultimates, bringing out their own damage as well. 77-38, and Gambit right now is just looking so strong, walking forward with the trench coat and the bow staff. A reset comes out, but the heals immediately hitting on top of the figures in front. Bucky trying to find one. If they could just get one, they could turn around, but they just can't get the reset. We haven't heard a single again yet, Baku. What's going on?
This is an upset. I did not think this would happen. The Gambits have double the points the Buckies have, and they're close to getting 120. And we're not even halfway through the time.
And looking at the numbers here, B-Hops is trying to carry. He has a decent amount of kills here. 32 for his team. Whereas on the opposing side, Southeast leading with just a lone 14. B-Hops might just be the MVP of the series, and we're getting ready to come to a conclusion. 115 to 53, 118, 119, and King Greek comes in with the final hit. Oh my gosh, the red team is going to be able to go up 2-0 and shut down the Buckies completely.
I am seeing into the chat, GG no heals from the Bucky team.
Oh, yeah, healing's pretty good at Marvel Rivals. I didn't think it was that good, but whew, it shows that Gambit is a pretty strong pickup. 54 to 120 is going to be the final score. And of course, we are going to get our final matchup between our two teams, but it looks like our Team C, who has queued up with all these amazing players, is going to be the winner of the grand prize here in our Conquest Annihilation event. So thank you them for coming out. Let's do one more though, Baco.
Let's do one more. Cosmic Rumble free for all.
That's right, free for all. Anyone can play whatever they would like to play. If you were going to the finals and you were looking to have fun, what would you be playing, Baku?
I think I really would be playing Loki in order to be very flexible, because he can just copy anyone. Any ult that's available is at his disposal.
Loki also able to add a lot of chaos to a match that is already quite chaotic by itself. I did play a Loki match, and I was surprised that, like, oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff being flown around. I kind of got picked off here and there, but I could also just be a really bad Loki. We'll be getting our players nice and geared up for the finals itself, and then we will be hopping into our final match. If you've enjoyed today, make sure to follow Baku, follow Azu, and follow Nick as well, who have always been running events for Marvel Rivals. You know, I come in here and there when I can to cast and hang out with them, but they are always working tirelessly to make sure to put on really cool events, and it was awesome that NetEase put a spotlight on them for this event. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to follow them, check them out, and of course thank NetEase for giving them the opportunity, because this has been really fun. And I of course thank you, Baku, Azu, and Nick, for allowing me to come and hang out with you guys and cast a couple of matches. It's been really enjoyable.
Of course, it's always great to have you here. You are such an amazing presence to have, and your knowledge and and way of speaking is very, it follows the action very well.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm trying to get into the esports scene for Marvel Rivals, so if anybody sees this, please feel free to give me an interview. I will be there in a heartbeat. I'll put even a jacket on, dude. I'll wear a blazer. I got a few of them sitting in this closet. But we'll see how that goes going into the future. But for this match here, let's focus on the players that are in front of us. We have our grand finals ready to go. Miss Azu, can I get an update? I know you're working tirelessly in the background. You let me know when you're ready and good to go. Do we think our players are ready? Looks like we're checking in. Okay, she is currently asking at the moment. Are we all ready, guys? I'm seeing a lot of yes and R's. Seems like people are having a lot of fun. And again, if this looks fun to you, you can play the game right now. Hop into Marvel Rivals, and you can play your own 18 versus 18 match. You know, it's really enjoyable just to hop in and just play your favorite character and have a good time. Honestly, like, there wasn't very many people talking. Everyone was just kind of just enjoying themselves and having a good time. And sometimes you just need that kind of vibe, you know, just show up and enjoy yourself. You got ranked for the try-hard stuff, and you got the 18-18 for just the pure fun and what Marvel Rivals really showcases as a game. Okay, we are igniting the time stream. Baku, if you were to choose somebody here that you think would pull off the win here in game number 3, let's look at the teams here first. Who would you choose?
I think it can be anyone. I think it can be anyone's game at this point for round 3, because they are picking their best characters. And the way we have spread the players across all teams, there's a lot of Celestial and Eternity players here, top 500 players, Grandmasters, and all that, and they all have a huge breadth of skills between them.
That is so true. Okay, we're hopping in. We have our immediate fight beginning, and it's going to be a splurge of different characters. I like how we're starting to see strategies start to formate. You see at the very beginning, 1 or 2 people might go out and get an idea of where everybody's at. There's a lot of grouping occurring. You have a Squirrel Girl in the mix. We got a Storm. Remember, when you're in a Storm aura of effect, you do get that extra 8% extra damage coming in from her. And then, of course, it goes up to 15% when she pops her E. So Storm can be a great teammate to be nearby in these 18 versus 18. But so far, this is a close fight. It is currently 12-9. The fight continues. We move forward, and we see a massive fight in the middle. Moon Knight dropping down the moon as he gets a few splashes on the middle of the map. But in general, in this type of fight, the ultimate coming out from Moon Knight is a great way to push your opponent back and allow for you to move forward, and we saw that from our red team. However, blue team starts to answer back with a 22-20 at the moment. You see a few Spider-Mans flopping around. Penny is trying to grab that top middle, but with her nest going down, she may have to back away from the full engagement itself. Baku, we got an Iron Fist in the mix too. Look at this, just running down just the shark.
I hate this. I hate Iron Fist. I hate Iron Fist. Delete him! Focus on him!
Well, the 5 supports turn around and they deal with the Iron Fist, as the Iron Fist will get cleaned up. The Moon Hansu comes out and you see immediate 3 kills as B-Hop's trying to clear up as much as he can. He is here to show that you can find eliminations, and this match is certainly closer than the last one. 38-38, a full minute in. Teams are staying alive much more efficiently, but they're also working together better. 42-42 right now. The red team is literally invading the opposing side's blue team spawn point. They even popped down the ultimate from Adam, and he is getting res after res after res. But remember, those kills still count regardless, even with that res occurring, but they can do turn around the fight. And Baku, I think you did a pretty good job of getting these teams pretty even in skill. It is close, 58-51.
Yeah, I think in previous rounds, it really was dependent on character pick, which is how the Gambit team secured the wins. But yeah, they're all doing so well.
Yeah, and Gambit's one of those characters I think will just do well in this mode regardless, because he can flex between healing and damage, which is always a powerful skill whenever you have skill expression being available. But blue team now is starting to take a slight lead, 73-62. We saw a Storm Tornado coming out in the back line and found a couple of kills with the aid of the team. And with the Spider-Man showing up, they had just enough damage to find a couple more picks. Here comes your favorite character, Iron Fist, diving in the back line. Moon Knight's going to go ahead and drop down his ultimate to try and clear him up, and he will do just that. 89-73, and we are getting closer to that 120 mark. That's going to be the win condition for our blue team. They need about 25 more takedowns to get that. Aku, we're getting close to the finale of this clash. What do you think is so far between our two teams?
I think from what I'm seeing of the KO feed, it is the Moon Knights, it is the Daredevils, it is those aggressive duelist players who are taking the spotlight in this match.
Yeah, really getting the back line, showing that they got those skills. And sometimes, to be honest with you, you got to bring your ego to a match, and those kind of characters really showcase that ego. But red team is starting to make a fight back themselves. I fear it might be a little too late. Blue team only needs 8 more takedowns. The numbers continue to go up, 116-99. The red team will be able to clear 100, but there's 3 more kills that need to occur, and our blue team will be the winners of the entire tournament. And it looks like it's going to be a blue win. Who gets a win here at round number 3? The red team, of course, will be the winner of the cash monies, but for all the marbles and, of course, the honor, our blue team ends the tournament with a W.
To see Neo JPEG, D Jeff Artist, B the MVP. Amazing. Perfect ending. Perfect ending.
Love to see that. Neo, I was told earlier, is a Jeff fanatic and does a really good job with the modes and, of course, art that you're seeing. Just really, really a important member of the Marvel Rivals community. So it's cool to see him walk away with an MVP on the character that he is known for. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Conquest Annihilation. I hope you enjoyed the show. Baku, before we say goodbye to everybody, is there anything you want to say to the people at home? Of course, just a quick thank you to Marvel Rivals for letting us do this. You know, NetEase allowing Baku and crew to run an event is awesome to see. And if you guys want to see more, please let them know that you enjoy watching this type of stuff. Baku, you got anything to say?
I would like to thank NetEase for having us here, for picking our team in order to host these events. We will be hosting more in the future for sure. And I do hope everyone who played today had a lot of fun. Win or lose,
yes,
it's all about having fun.
Yeah, I agree, and I had a lot of fun watching. It was chaotic, but all in the best ways, and it's really cool this type of mode does exist, and I would love to see more in the future. Baku, is there anything else we gotta say, or is it cool to say goodbye to everybody and give them a wave?
I think it's cool to say goodbye, and we will be raiding out into, of course, Trickster, who will be streaming more after this.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be amazing to see. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate you all being a part of it. And if you guys want to see more video games, feel free to come over and hang out with us over on my stream, apparently. Thank you all so much, and goodbye.
Goodbye.